I hate to say it, but due to crushing conditions, farmers are warning that we are running out of food. Now, I want to address where this is coming from and why here in the US they are calling these crushing conditions. There's multiple things that are going on right now that are affecting our food supply, but there's also something coming up that experts believe will actually have catastrophic consequences towards our food supply. So I will address that as well in just a moment, but all I ask is one thing. Takes 2 seconds. Go ahead, hit that like button if you enjoy these daily updates. And now let's begin. A lot of people are deeply concerned about food prices, and they should be. But food prices are pretty much reflecting our food supply, because as supply goes down and we have the same demand, prices are going up. But when demand falls and supply stays the same, that is when prices go down. Unfortunately, we're not seeing that right now. But I want to show you this right here. Look at this. It says farmers warn food aisles will soon be empty because of crushing conditions and say we are not in a good position. Just look at that aisle right there. Look at those shelves. They are pretty much empty. That is exactly what we had to deal with during the pandemic. And food prices shot up because demand increased, but supply stayed the same. Now I want to show you a few things, okay? And the reason why I want to show you this is because of what's happening right now. We are seeing all over the US, and now this article in particular is talking about the United Kingdom, okay? And they're talking about food shortages and all this stuff. But I also want to address this because of what is going on right now in the United States. We are seeing potential or torrential rainstorms. We are seeing tornadoes across the country. We are seeing excessive heat. We are seeing some hailstorms. All these things are hurting the food supply right now. And here's the reason why. And it's the exact same reason that we are facing in the United Kingdom as well. Look at this. It says, because the rain hasn't stopped, many farmers have been unable to get crops such as potatoes, carrots, and wheat into the ground. Usually you get rain, but there will be pockets of dry weather for 2 or 3 weeks at a time to do the planting. This is the concern. Farmers are not able to plant. And then when they do plant, the problem is if we see just a massive amount of rain and just washes everything away, then they have to go and redo it. And so this is why some are just being patient. Now I have a friend down in California. He ended up buying a bunch of land down there, but he was saying the exact same thing, that because of the weather being so uncertain, he's not sure exactly when to plant or what to plant. That's a problem. But it's only one of the problems. Here's another problem right here. Look at this. It says Washington farmers brace for summer drought on heels of a harvest shortfall. It says Washington's agriculture industry has been hit hard by climate change. Growers are working to develop crops that can thrive in shifting landscapes. The problem is they're still working on this. It's not something that they perfected. I live here in Washington State, and I can tell you that you go to these farmers markets, and they are seeing there's less farmers there. And when you go and look at some of their crops, these aren't the best crops that we've seen. And my guess is moving forward, especially after talking to many of these farmers, just moving forward throughout the spring and summer, we're going to see the exact same thing. That a farmer's market that normally had hundreds of farmers is probably only going to have a quarter of that, because that's what we are seeing. But that's not it either. There's another issue that's happening right now, and I want to show this to you because this report just came out this morning. Here's the report. It says Florida dolphin found in distress, later diagnosed with bird flu. This was a bottlenose dolphin in Florida. The reason why I'm bringing this to your attention is because we have seen the bird flu affect all of our poultry. It's affect egg prices over the past couple of years. We saw it affect cattle just recently, and then it was seen in 2 human beings here in the U.S. But just last week, then we started to see reports that this bird flu was also detected in milk. Detected in milk. But now this is detected in a bottlenose dolphin. This is what experts were concerned with, is what if this bird flu spreads? What happens then? All I can tell you right now is a lot of people are extremely concerned because the previous videos I did, it was always if. What if it spreads? What if it goes from poultry to other animals? What if it goes from poultry to pigs, and now it's in pork and it's in bacon and all that stuff? What if it goes to cattle? Well, it did. What if it was it infects a human? It did. What if what is in cattle is actually detected in milk and in the final product in a steak or in ground beef? We just detected in milk. So this is why some are saying that we are going to run out of food. We're going to run out of options. Because as more people are concerned with eating chicken and eating beef, drinking milk, eating eggs, what's going to happen is they're going to go towards a different diet. They're going to go towards wheat. They're going to go towards fruits and vegetables. And remember, I told you this probably a few weeks ago, where I told you a friend of mine, he was getting just a bunch of new orders from suppliers that are concerned that they're not going to have enough meat. So because of that, they started buying other fruits and vegetables from him because they wanted to get in early, because they were predicting that there would be a shortage of food leading into the summer. So all I can tell you right now is it's going to be an interesting next 6 to 8 months. But the issue here is things could actually get worse. I don't know how bad they're going to get, but all I can tell you is make sure you have stuff in stock. Make sure you have stuff at home. It could be processed food. It doesn't have to be all fresh and organic and grass-fed and all this, right? Make sure you have stuff that you and your family can actually consume. Because as of right now, I don't know what's going to be on the shelf in the next 3 to 6 months. But what I can tell you is I will be here every step of the way. And I'll fill you in on all the latest news and updates. The last thing I want to leave you with is this. Farmers say that because of our current weather, they are not planting the crops like they used to or as much. But farmers are also bracing for the summer heat. The weather that we get in the summer. As of right now, they're expecting for heat. Well, that's what they're going to start planting for. What if we do not experience heat and 100-degree weather? What if we actually experience cold weather? It goes all the way into July and August. Then what happens? That we don't know. But farmers are asking that question is, what if? So, as I said, I will be here every step of the way. I'll fill you in on all the latest news and updates. But as of today, that is what we know. So again, thank you guys for watching. Consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys on the next one.